Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a quick video. It's been a while since I've done one. As usual, I'm always trying to give the backstory of everything and keep you informed on things that I think you should know. This here is very simple. There's an app called Go Vote. That is Geaux, Vote. Now, this is for Louisiana voters. If you're out of state, I'm sure you have your own app for other states. So anyways, it's very neat and helpful little tool. So you click on the app, on Go Vote. You can go to, well, let me do this first. Go in My District. This is where voters get confused, and I myself stay confused when it comes to this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. These are all the districts, I basically live in 19 different districts. District 5 for Congress, District 28 for Senate, Local Representative District 28, District 2 for Police Jury, on and on and on, all these different districts. That's why when it comes, personally, when I go to vote, I look at the ballot, I don't know what the hell is going on, because there's things I've never even heard of. I didn't even know that I'm voting on these certain things. So anyway, it's a handy little tool. You'll type in your address, and it will tell you exactly who's on the ballot. That way you get to do your little background research for who you think your candidate or what amendment or what we're voting for. So you click on My Ballot. We'll go here and look at this. The first part is the presidential nominees. We hear about Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Gary Johnson, and there's probably 10 of these. There's also U.S. Senate race. Got several of those. U.S. Representative, District 5. Associate Justice, Supreme Court, 3rd Supreme Court District. You have Court of Appeals, 3rd Circuit. You've got all these other things. You got District PSC, District 4. I apologize, I don't even know what that is, PSC. And I guess these are the amendments and everything. It tells you everything you'll need to know when you go pull the lever on November the 8th. Now, the second part I wanted to do of this video is just real quick. Just a little statistic that I know. I'm not even the one that caught this and noticed this. This is someone, it's actually a new friend of mine, if you will, someone from California even. They had seen one of my videos and sent some information, and I checked it out, and of all places, California, to notice something like this. Okay, when you look at the polls, and again, this particular video is not to make someone's mind up one way or the other. Here's just a little interesting fact. You look at the polls. Every day is a poll. It all shows Hillary Clinton winning for the most part. Some show Donald Trump winning by a point or two. And but if you look at this, this is an experiment you can do. If you go to Hillary Clinton's Facebook page, I just went just before I'm starting this video. There's just over 7 million likes on her page. 12 of my friends are like that page. Well, when you go to Donald Trump, and again, the one that brought this to my attention is from California, where most of her friends are liberals, because she's from California. I could see, of course, more of my friends going towards Donald Trump. But anyways, the point being is Hillary Clinton has 7 million likes on her page. Donald Trump has well over 11 million. So he has over 4 million more likes on his page. And by the way, 223 of my friends like Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton's 12. But my point being, if the polls are showing one thing, shouldn't you go tick for tack the how many people like and everything? Well, you could say, well, maybe Donald Trump is advertising better and his support is more active. Well, that's not true either, because I just after doing research just now, so far as of the latest information I had was September the 20th. As of September the 20th, Bloomberg reported Hillary Clinton raised $526 million. She spent $425 million as of that point. Well, you would think for Trump to have all these extra likes, just as his voters that are getting out, he only raised $182 million. So, what is that, a third? And he only spent $127 million, which is about a third, or less than a third, of what she spent. But yeah, he has way more support. But the polls don't reflect that. And the media won't tell you why, because this is why. despite what you think, there are hundreds and hundreds of news media and everything. There's really not. There's really only 6. Okay, let me explain. Whenever you go through, let's just say CBS. Well, who owns CBS? Viacom. Who owns Viacom? Keep going up the chain. You go all the way up to National Amusements. That's one conglomerate. They own, as I said, Viacom, CBS, and everything to do with CBS. Also, you have so many other things that you wouldn't imagine. Like they own Nickelodeon. All of these other, you know, they controlling information from cradle to grave, even our children. Now, it didn't necessarily start like that when Nickelodeon came out or whatever, but it is so now. It's just like anything else. The big companies buy up the smaller companies, so now they control all of the information. So you can start grooming you from when you're young. So anyway, you have National Amusements. Second, you have the Walt Disney Company. They own ABC, ESPN, and so many more. I have a list with probably hundreds for each one. I'm just hitting the big ones. And okay, and of course Comcast is NBC. All right, and then the other one is Historic Time Warner, which is CNN. Even your HBOs and all of these other things. You know, History Channels, and if you can name your favorite station, it is owned by one of these 6. Well, that's 5 and then one more is News Corp, and that's Fox, and everything to do with Fox. News Corp owns Fox News, and of course run by Rupert Murdoch. Now, all of these owners are members of the Council on Foreign Relations, and if they are not currently on the Council on Foreign Relations list, they have been for a number of years, or they're seated and their board members are on the Council of Foreign Relations. And the funny thing is, you might take, let's say, someone who sits on the board of, let's say, Viacom. They will also sit on the board. They might sit on 50 boards, different companies such as Monsanto's or all of these other corrupt corporations which control the news media in turn to begin with. So there's no way of getting true information out. We're at the mercy of what CNN or Fox News tells us. And Fox is probably the worst because they give the illusion that they're a little bit more conservative than the rest. So people think they have a side when that's not the truth. If you turn on Fox News, actually I was doing it yesterday and comparing, Fox News talks more about Trump down in the polls than anybody else. And by the way, something they're not covering to the full extent is the WikiLeaks, the Julian Assange. Every day he's been given 1,200 emails. If you have not seen that, you need to go to Drudge Report or just Google WikiLeaks. The emails that are coming out of this scandal is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. There's no way anybody can look at that with a fair conscience and elect this lady. And it looks like he's going to continue to dish out 1,000 to 2,000 emails every day between now and November the 8th. So, anyways, that's just a little food for thought. I just wanted to throw out there. You can go check it out yourself on Facebook, compare the 2 pages, everything I just said. Thanks for tuning in.